This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Today's Friday, November 12th, 2010, and today we're going to take a look at BEAC Enterprise Solutions Group. This is a NASDAQ bulletin board stock trading under ticker BEAC. Back at the end of September into October, BEAC put together a nice climb through here. Since dropped back off, fell through the support level, but now it's got a little bit of a reversal pattern going on. Put together another nice day yesterday. See 112,000 shares traded. It's a little bit low volume, but it was up 7, almost 8%. Closed at 56. And what we're seeing is a bullish cross that appears to be getting ready to happen with the MACD. Nice uptrend in histogram. Same way with the PPO. Crazy pinch right there. I'm not sure what went on with this stock. I don't know anything about it fundamentally. But still a nice position here to try and reverse with the PPO and the ADX. Looks like it's trying to flatten out right there. So the first thing you look for in the ADX is that flattening and starting to see the turn of the positive and negative DIs. Obviously pretty good buying pressure has come in these last few days. So you can see that the MFIs have turned very quickly, all three of them pointing up now. Very nice look to it. Uptrend starting. The accumulation distribution has got a nice uptrend to it, trying to break through this previous high. That was kind of a channel right through there, so that looks pretty good. Shaking money flow showing buying pressure is coming back into it, showing that buying pressure was also pretty strong for the previous couple months before that. CCI making its first break out of negative 100. That's what you want to see. And a pretty straight uptrend going on with it. So we're going to pay attention to that and see if this steam is going to continue. Full stow is kind of giving indications that it's going to, coming back through 20 and looking like it's moving pretty quickly. At this point, no sign of trying to turn back. We'll see what happens today. I mean, if this momentum can always die out relatively quickly. It could turn, but at this point, still looks good. Tricks, of course, very slow, has not even begun to recover. Still a pretty good gap. We're going to look for this just to try and create some sort of uptrend. Look for this to get a little bit closer, start to turn towards the signal line. Not much from the tricks, certainly at this point, because of this big dive right through here. It dropped, from 80 cents to 50 cents. Tricks just hasn't recovered yet. This last week has looked pretty good. It's a nice recovery, bouncing off of 43, pulled right up, and hasn't looked back since. Now closing at 56. Getting the real short-term moving averages are tucked up underneath it and heading towards that 50. See the RSIs? Came out of oversold, all turned up, all tucked together, all three of them moving north right now. Again, very nice look to it. What I'm going to look for in this chart is see if it's going to make through this resistance. This old base right here was a pretty good support level for it. Came right off of it, made a nice climb, 56 up to 80. It's right back against it right now, so it's going to be a little bit of resistance. If it can make it through that, there's not too much more until it comes into around this area, which is around 65 cents. Again, pretty nice gains from there. I don't ever really try and go for these big home runs, trying to find 100, 200% the same day. I look for these small incremental ones all the time. And I look for ones that have a pretty decent level from support, which is right there around 50 cents. Keeps me pretty close to 10%. But the upside's a little bit bigger to the next resistance level, and that moving up to 65 is a pretty good shot to it. And the 50-day moving average is tucked right in there at 62. That's going to be a little bit of an issue for it, as that's just always a moving average resistance. And then the price per share resistance just above it at 65. But this last week's worth of candles caught my eye. I'd like to see a little bit more volume. 112,000 is pretty low. I haven't looked into the share structure at all, but apparently it is a relatively low volume, so I'm going to guess it's a smaller float stock. But this volume that came in yesterday is probably right about average when you start bringing in these other higher volume days, averaging them out with these lower volume days. But I do like the looks of those candles right there, and I want to look and see if this is going to continue or not. If it breaks back down, it can't hold 50. It's one of them things that I always say, it's just a walk away from it, wait for it to reset. Technical analysis is about trying to increase your odds for gains on a play. And this right here looks like it has a pretty decent chance to move up, in my opinion. As always, this video of the BEAC chart is merely my interpretation. This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.